Hey, this is Kirby Morrow. You know me, voice of Cyclops, Goku, and you're listening to Kamehameha Madhouse.
And welcome to the Movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm Jason.
And we're Jamesless for the moment.
For now.
Yes.
He's somewhere in the multiverse.
Somewhere.
Traversing the multiverse.
We don't know if his portal opened or not, so we're waiting. But that's not going to stop us.
I just want to talk about Spider-Man, but we can't.
Yes. I'm thinking in the new year, we'll have an episode devoted to it.
We'll just decompress.
Yep. And that way we can talk about it, but we're not in a realm of giving out spoilers.
Yeah. Well, if we give it a couple weeks of spoiler period, I think we're safe.
Yeah. So get your questions ready for that.
I just loved it so much. Like easily probably in my top 5 of all Marvel movies.
Oh, easy. Yeah. The trilogy I have found to be some of the most solid screenwriting, acting, and production.
Yes. Yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah, they've been firing on all cylinders with the Spider-Mans.
Yeah. So. And Feige and Pascal officially announced that they're working on 4.
Good.
So this is where I have my theories about what's going on from Sony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the only Pascal name I hear is Pedro, and I'm like, he's not in Spider-Man.
Maybe he is.
It's Mando, you're crossing over. No. Did you see my post about Bob doesn't spoil Spider-Man, so be like Bob? And then my caption at the top was, but what about that Emperor Palpatine cameo? Not kidding.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is very true. Man, that's a huge spoiler too. That's great. Yeah. Well done, sir. Those are the nice little eggs you just drop on people and walk away, and they're going, what? Now they got to go see the movie to know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But no, we're going to talk about those weird offbeat Christmas movies, i.e. Christmas movies that don't have anything to do with Christmas. They just happen to be set on the day or in that season.
And might be on the line of considered ish.
Ish, yes. I've only got one that goes ish. So, yes, the rest are all in the... We all know what we're talking about. Die Hard, okay? Like,
that's it. Die Hard's not on my list because that's a Christmas movie.
It's on my list, damn it, because it's the quintessential one.
But that is the realm we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
The Die Hard realm.
The weird movies that get considered Christmas movies. Like, fuck, I looked up, I don't know how many lists trying to make mine, and every list I found that I'd see the same like 12 movies and then a few more different ones that I forgot about or would never classified. And then that's where like I've got at least 5 on this list that I've never considered, but because they're set at Christmas time, they count in this case.
Yep. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on here that I never considered Christmas, but are Christmas type movies.
Yep.
So let's just jump right into it then. Okay. James, you're first. Excellent choice. Jason.
Yeah, great choice, James. Another weird one out of the box.
Right? No one's heard of that one.
What's he, is he messaging here?
Oh, is he?
I don't know. My phone's not opening for some reason.
And let me see. I'm gonna have to start and possibly finish without me. Still waiting on dessert.
Okay, so we may be James.
Dessert.
Yeah, he's having his family dinner.
We've been ditched for dessert. I can't blame him.
Food.
Sweet food.
Okay, so my number 10 from 2008 is In Bruges.
I've never seen that.
I do recommend it. It's a weird kind of dark comedy, but the comedy isn't laugh out loud. It's very subdued, but it gets intense and it gets pretty dark because it's about 2 hitmen hiding out in Bruges.
Yeah, hard to be lively and upbeat with that.
It's James's bestie, Colin Farrell.
Oh, there we go.
And the man who I've yet to see a bad role from, Brendan Gleeson.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's just great in everything.
Yep. He's the guy that if people talk about him, no one knows him really, but yet when you watch him, you're going, it's that guy. And
I just struggle with what Gleason is it?
Yeah. And see, it's not, oh, it's that guy. It's that guy, because he's such a good that guy.
Yes. Oh, he's stellar in everything. And In Bruges is, I think it's considered one of his top.
Really?
I think both him and Farrell got nominated for Golden Globes for it, and Farrell won. So
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I do recommend it. It's a little bit. It's just that little bit of weird, dark. It scratches a certain itch that it's hard to find sometimes.
Okay. Good pick.
And it's all set at Christmas, so
it counts.
Even though they were filming right up until either March or May. I know it started with an M, and they still had Christmas decorations up. And they filmed in Bruges, right? So they're explaining to the townsfolk what they're doing and why these Christmas decorations are still out.
That's Chris G and Andrew Simek from Night Cries.
Yep.
Both of them are heavy into the Hallmark Christmas stuff. So from like June, July, August until October, they are surrounded by Christmas decorations.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I know. I was talking to Andrew, and he says it's very hard to come off that set and then set up your own Christmas decorations in December.
I feel like that would like almost kill it for me, like overdosing. It's kind of like working in a restaurant. You get sick of the food.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the same thing.
I used to work at a video store right next to a pizza place, and the first week was amazing. After that, it's like, don't even show me a piece of pizza. So, yeah, I can imagine.
All right. What's your number 10?
My number 10. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. 1992, Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. That is an honorable mention for me.
Is it?
I don't go back to it.
Oh, see, this is one I do, because I love Danny DeVito in this film.
So many people do.
And I love Christopher Walken.
I don't go back to the Schumacher Burton Batmans.
Really?
I don't go back to those.
Oh, jumping.
I don't know. I've liked the more reality based of the Nolan version. So I just don't get drawn to them.
But you wouldn't have the Nolan version without that.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah.
And that was still Burton, so it was still at least half decently good.
Yeah. Even the third one is okay, but the fourth, that turned into 66. That's all that was.
Let's just not talk about 4. Okay.
Poor George
Clooney and those bat nipples. They don't need to be mentioned.
Although it did have Batgirl.
Yes, it did. But it wasn't the Batgirl.
No.
Yeah, let's not forget that it wasn't the Batgirl. I mean, she wasn't even freaking Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
And that's important.
You know me when it comes to like character origin stuff. That's a key thing for me.
I'm just over here stirring the pot.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9, James, what do you got? Another great choice.
Yeah. Wow. And I've actually heard of that one.
See, later on, if he does come out, I can get him to sit there and do that, and I can just cut him in.
There you go. Just have him recite his list to you, and then you can just splice him in.
No, that's too much work. Jason, what you got?
My number 9, 1987's Lethal Weapon.
Oh, dude, that's my number 1.
That's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
I expected it to be on a list. Everybody's list, but I would not expect it to be that high.
Oh God, yes. I love Lethal Weapon.
See, I don't go back to number 1. I was always more drawn to particularly 3. 3 is my favorite. I love the inclusion of Rene Russo.
See, if I do that, like if I don't look at the first one, I love 4.
4 is great too.
Jet Li, Chris Rock.
4 has a lot of heart with the whole family aspect and everything, and so. But there's just something about 3. There's just something. It's Rene Russo. Really, it is. It ends and begins with her. Like
nobody ever talks about 2. Poor Patty Kinsett.
Yeah, well, but that was the first introduction of Leo Getz,
right?
So it is kind of important that way.
Yeah,
but for some reason, I have not watched Lethal Weapon 1 in a very long time.
Oh, dude, every Christmas.
I know it's great. I know it's badass, but I feel like I don't know. It's a little darker than the others. Maybe more than a little.
Yeah. It had the whole suicide thing going on.
The whole suicide thing and ripping the guy's throat out.
Yes, a little bit of that. Oh, Christmas-y.
Yeah. Oh, there's red.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of red.
A lot of red.
And white.
And
Because they
white.
fight on snow.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. You're number 9.
My number 9, it's an Eddie Murphy one that I always go back to.
Uh-oh.
1983's Trading Places.
That's my number 1.
That's your number 1?
That is my number 1.
Oh, see, man, I go to it, but not that much.
Oh, that's one of those movies I was raised on. I was raised on all the classic comedies, and Eddie Murphy was a big part of that. So yeah, Trading Places is my number 1. Yeah, it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep.
You got the Randolph and Mortimer.
I love those guys. Especially love them in Coming to America.
Oh yeah. But particularly for the Christmas aspect of this, drunken Dan Aykroyd and high, because he had pills and everything too, in that Santa suit, eating that salmon. He stuck that big fish inside. He's pulling off beard hair while he's eating it.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is amazing stuff. Very Christmassy.
Yes.
Who doesn't eat Christmas?
What's your favorite scene
salmon
in the movie, though?
I think it's when he first gets arrested by the cops, because he's sitting there on that little wheelie dolly thing, and then they pick him up, and then his feet come down,
and he starts acting like it's a miracle, and I can see.
Yep. I think because that sets the tone for the whole film.
Yeah, he's just full of shit.
Exactly. Okay, number 8. What do you got?
James,
what do you got? Good stuff. I'm not splicing anything in.
Okay, all right, fine. Well, my number 8 is 2003's Bad Santa.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I guess that's technically a Christmassy movie.
Has Santa in the title. I guess it counts. But Billy Bob Thornton just as an asshole. The most asshole Santa ever.
Yep.
I've never watched Badder Santa, though.
No, I haven't actually seen that either. And I got to admit, I've only seen this a handful of times. So
it's been a while for me, but I know, anytime you start mixing crude humor with the wholesomeness of Christmas, yeah, you're gonna get a home run. Or you're at least gonna get a win.
Yep, that's one of the reasons I love Elf.
That's crude humor?
I don't know. I was trying to.
Well, son of a nutcracker does sound kind of filthy.
See,
that's Crystal's favorite Christmas movie. Period.
That was my point exactly. No, it's. I was trying to think of one real quick, but I couldn't think of another one like that.
Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Dude, what?
You cotton-headed ninny muggins?
No. I meant another one like Bad Santa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There haven't been that many.
Exactly. So that's.
I don't know if it's people feel like Bad Santa covered it. We don't need to go in that realm, or if it's like people are tired of tarnishing Christmas more.
That's it. They're worried about gifts on Christmas.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Billy Bob hasn't gotten squat since that movie.
Probably not.
My number 8 has one of my favorite death scenes, but of course it's Christmassy because it happens at Christmas. Edward Scissorhands, 1990.
I didn't even have that on my list.
Yep.
Because honestly, I don't go back to it. I get it. It's a favorite for a lot of people, and I can see its charm, but I don't know. It just Burton's movies are 50-50 for me.
Anthony Michael Hall dies.
That's not enough to sell me. I like him.
That'll sell me on a film.
I like him though.
Oh,
I'm a fan. Kevin Smith just did a podcast with him.
Really?
Yeah. Sat down with Anthony Michael Hall. Talked a lot about John Hughes.
My opinion just went down on Kevin. Jeez, why would he do that? Sorry, couldn't resist.
I don't know why you're being so mean.
It's because I don't like Anthony Michael Hall. And I don't know why. I just really have a hate for the guy.
His Dead Zone?
I hate it.
No, I mean, is that what did it?
Oh, God.
How long have you had this?
I've hated him since Breakfast Club.
Really?
Yeah. 16 Candles.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's been around. I'm a diehard hater.
Yeah, you're OG Anthony Michael Hall hater.
And I don't know why. I really don't.
That's weird.
I'm sure I had a reason, but now it's just, well, I did it, so it must have had a reason. So I will continue it.
Like I don't know, because you and I met each other when we were well into adulthood. So I don't know what your childhood was like, what your teen years were like. But I was a heavy duty nerd, so that was my brother on the screen, and
Dude, I had Star Wars all over my room. Yeah,
right.
I can't explain it.
weird.
I
That's
wish
weird.
I could remember what started it, but I don't even remember. I just continue it for legacy now.
Wow. Okay. Oh, you just do it. It's not. Do you give him a chance?
It's no,
You won't even give him a chance.
Nope.
Maybe that's your problem.
nope. That can't be the problem. That's the solution. That is the solution.
All right.
Number 6.
We're at 7.
7. I thought we just did 7.
No, we just did 8.
Oh, we just did 8. Okay, I'm
Yes.
jumping numbers.
Yes.
7. James.
I don't know that one.
Ooh, no, bad pick.
Yeah, don't know that one. My number 7 from 1997, L.A. Confidential.
So I saw that on the list, and it's like,
It's set at Christmas time,
yeah.
so it counts. I know. This list is weird because of that.
I've only seen it once. Though. I was 97, right?
Yeah, 97. I watched it a bunch of times back in the day. The last time I watched it was probably about 2 years ago. It still plays for me. It's a great whodunit mystery. Vito is awesome.
Wait, I've never seen it.
The swerve with who's really Rollo Tomasi.
I have never seen it.
No?
No.
Oh, dude.
Is anything Michael Hall in it?
No.
Oh, okay. I got no reason.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, that was one of the big ones that pushed him up.
Russell Crowe, Kim Basinger, David Strathern pops up in there.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch that one.
I do recommend it. It's a great whodunit. Guy Pearce. This was the first movie I ever saw Guy Pearce in. I think it came out after Memento, but I hadn't seen Memento prior to this.
Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey as an arrogant jerk. Who'd have thunk it?
So out of character. But I will give it a shot. I have heard lots, and I remember it now.
If you're in the mood for a nice whodunit mystery, L.A. Confidential will definitely scratch that one.
It's not sounding familiar, but I'll go turn it on and give it 10 minutes, and I'll know for sure.
All right.
Good. Mine is a classic that it's one of my favorite of the franchise from 1969, On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
That never came up on any of my lists.
It is set during Christmas.
All right. Okay.
Yes. And George Lazenby, I really enjoyed his portrayal of Bond.
See, I never watched any of his.
His one.
I thought he did too.
That's the only one he's ever done.
Oh, I thought he did too.
Nope.
Okay.
You're thinking Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton did too.
No. I thought because Lazenby. Oh, he was the one that came in that one in between Connery's.
Yeah, Connery did 5, On Her Majesty's, and then Diamonds Are Forever.
Okay. That's where I get confused. Yeah, but yeah, I never did watch that one.
Oh, it's worth the watch. Just the intro alone.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's Bond. I got to be in the right mood for Bond. Bond's not my go-to, so.
Girl gets attacked on the beach, so he comes in and he saves her, and then the girl takes off with the guy, and he looks at the camera and goes, that never happened to the other guy.
Oh, jeez. I would have thought they were making a parody at that point.
Oh, you would think, but no, that's like the only meta joke in the whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
But he is really good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I never fully understood what happened there, but that's a tale for another day.
It's the contract dispute with Connery. He didn't want to come back anymore, so they did one, and they went, you know what? Maybe I do want money. So he came back and finished out his contract.
Okay.
Number 6, James, what you got? We got to cut him off. He's a chatterbox.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice there.
That's next time, not so many words, James. Jason, what do you got?
My number 6 is just from last year, 2020. It is an instant classic in my mind, and this is Fat Man.
See, I didn't put that on because I consider that a Christmas movie.
Well,
it's about freaking Santa.
It's about Santa, but it's not actually on Christmas.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the off season. It's how they make ends meet during the off season.
Oh, snap. That's right. Oh.
But because it has Santa, it counts for this list.
I can't change anything from my top 5. No.
And if you have not seen Fat Man, I highly recommend it
Oh,
to
absolutely.
anyone. No, I'm talking to
Oh,
the people.
yes.
I'm talking to the people.
Absolutely.
Because if you just want a grizzled Mel Gibson Santa Claus, hitman played by the fantastic Walton Goggins.
Exactly. Who's a Santa hating man.
Yes, because Santa never gave him what he wanted as a kid. And that's what he gets paid for his special gigs is their most prized Christmas gifts. That's how he gets paid from people.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a weird concept.
And
but man,
the whole time him and the elves are making army guns.
They're making guidance systems for jets or something. They're like making control panels or something.
Army munitions or something.
Yeah. They're not making weapons, but they're making control panels and stuff for weapons.
Such a great film.
But they had to make ends meet. So
that's true. It's the off season. Dang it. That would have been on my list.
Yes. Instant classic. That's regular rotation every year for me from now on.
My number 6, again, not really popular in the movie or not prominent in the movie, but it is Christmas, is 2013's Iron Man 3.
That's my number 2.
That's your number 2.
That is my number 2. The fact that I was able to include it in this list just made me chuckle because I don't even know if the words Christmas are mentioned at all, other than he got her the big teddy bear.
Yeah, that's literally it. And you see the odd tree here and there.
Yeah. But I love Iron Man 3.
If it's a non-Christmas Christmas movie, that's one I do go back to a lot.
That is, I had this discussion with Tally yesterday. That is probably my favorite of the Iron Man series.
3?
For some reason, that's the one I've gone back to the most.
Yeah.
I've rewatched 3 more than I've watched 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 1 because I watched the hell out of 1 when it first came out. It was the first one that opened the door, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
But I've gone back to 3 since more often than I go back to 1.
Yep. I love the PTSD portion of that.
Yes.
You know, like it's what would happen to a normal human involved in cosmic war.
In my mind, that's when Marvel started showing us the ramifications, the effects of what this stuff was having on their characters. Something we have not seen before in this type of franchise.
They're continuing now with Hawkeye.
They've continued with everything at this point.
Yep.
Every continued story has elements of this. And yes, with Hawkeye, the whole deaf. Why are you losing your hearing? And then they show the flashbacks of all the explosions and everything.
Oh, I don't know. Yep. Man, yeah. Okay, good choice. Yeah, I like Iron Man 3 for that.
Yeah, that was just one small aspect that just draws me back to it, because we're starting to get into real storytelling. You know what I mean? Like not just the comic booky stuff. We're starting to get real.
Yep.
So a little more dramatic, if you will.
I agree with you on that one.
That's why I love Spider-Man so much.
For another topic.
I can't help it.
Number 5, James. Is that even Christmas?
I don't think so.
That sounds like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, you better check that one again.
Yeah. Jason, you give us a Christmas theme.
My number 5 from 2017. It is set at Christmas. It is a zombie musical comedy, Anna and the Apocalypse. I know I've talked about it on here many times, but come on. That should just sell the ticket right there of it's a zombie comedy musical set at Christmas.
Yeah.
How can you not?
You would think.
Be intrigued.
Yeah. Okay. I am with that description. I know I saw a trailer for it. It didn't look as appealing as that description.
Revisit one music. They have like a lyric music video, but it's like the song from the movie, and they just show the words on the screen along with it of No Such Thing as a Hollywood Ending. I love that song. And there's not even any zombies in it yet. It's before the zombie stuff really hits, but it's a great song. It's a lot of fun. But then the zombie stuff hits and everything just goes crazy. And yeah, you got the badass like jock jerk guy, but of course he's the best at taking out the zombies, right?
I think I know what I'm going to watch this weekend.
You want something different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the one.
I cannot recommend it enough. If you can enjoy musicals, then you're gonna like this movie.
Oh yeah, I have to be in the right mood for them, but when I do, if they're good, like Moulin Rouge, love it. The Pitch Perfects, I love it. I know it's not technically a musical, but
If you want to see that song, I'll probably be watching it again later now that I've been talking about it again.
Yes.
So I'll be linking it on my Facebook again. So
fair enough.
keep your eyes open and you'll see that song.
Mine is from 2000, and I watched it again last night.
Oh, fresh.
Yes. One of my future ex-wives, Charlize Theron's in it.
Oh, I didn't know Charlize made your list.
Oh,
I thought you were
yes.
just on the Kates and Katies.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Charlize is always yes.
All right.
Yes.
I
It's my 5. So.
Oh, you have 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, I don't even have a number.
What? Oh, you just list.
I have a few names on my list.
Gotcha. No, I have 5.
Which one of those top of my list is Alexander Skarsgard, and a trailer came out for his next movie. It's called The Northman. It's him playing a Viking prince whose father gets slaughtered by his uncle or something, and his mom gets captured.
As Vikings do.
He escapes, and he's just going to come back for revenge. And it's Skarsgard in all his Skarsgardedness as a Viking, just being brutal.
I saw a little thing for the trailer, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, Mike sent it to me. I had to watch it.
I'm gonna check it out. I will watch that.
Skarsgard's high on my list, right?
Can't argue.
He's just a good-looking man.
But this one's also got Gary Sinise.
I want to try and guess this now. Charlize with Gary Sinise.
Yep. And the dude from True Blood. I wish I could remember his name.
Oh, not Skarsgard.
No.
Oh,
black curly hair. Really whiny. If I had more time, I'd look him up. From the year 2000. There's one other big name, but I haven't tossed it out there yet.
I'm just trying to picture what movie have I seen with Charlize and Gary Sinise, and I'm drawing a blank.
Really? Ben Affleck?
I'm totally drawing a blank.
Okay, bear with me 1 second.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go real quick just to find it on here, get that guy's name.
Okay. Because that might be the one that pushes me over and pops it in my head. But Affleck, Charlize. Right there. Affleck and Charlize. What have they done?
One of the coolest non-Christmas Christmas movies.
Oh, my God. I don't think I ever watched it. But I think I know what movie you're going to say.
James Franco.
I don't know him. He doesn't look familiar.
In True Blood, he had black curly hair.
Black curly hair? Was he the minister, dude? Like
he was a vampire.
He was a vampire.
Yeah, he was one of the council.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember him. But
Reindeer Games.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Oh, so
if
good.
I did, I watched it when it first came out, and it didn't stick with me, and I've never gone back.
Oh, it's so good. So much fun.
Put it this way, I'm pretty sure I didn't watch it because I had no idea Sinise was in it.
Really?
I knew Affleck was in it. That's
okay.
it.
Sir Isaac Hayes is in it too.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Very underrated role.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's so much fun.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
It's just your typical heisty action kind of thing.
Yeah. Ben's in prison with this guy, and he keeps talking about this girl he's going to meet when he gets out. They're both getting out on the same day. And then someone gets tossed into the prison that thinks Ben snitched on him. So during the meal, he goes to attack Ben, but his friend jumps in front of him, gets killed. So 2 days later, he's leaving the prison and he sees the girl standing there, Charlize. It's like, he gets on the bus and he's looking, and she's looking around going, the guy's gone. So he comes back out and pretends to be the guy because she's never physically seen him. It's been a pen pal.
Oh, okay.
And so they start having this little thing. And then that's when the brother comes in and goes, "You're going to work for me now." It's the brother of Charlize.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a little more complicated than I expected.
Heisty with a twist.
Okay. I'm not going to say I'm going to actively go out and watch it, but I will definitely slip it back into the list. And maybe if it crosses my path.
Bored on a day, it's a good watch.
All right.
Number 4. And you know what? He sent it.
Oh, he sent you his list.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to run down
Yeah.
his?
Number 10, Surviving Christmas, 2004. These are all Christmas movies.
Yeah, he just went for the weird and wacky Christmas movies.
Number
That's
9,
slightly different.
Fred Claus. Number
Yeah.
8, Holiday. 7, P2. 6, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. It's got freaking Christmas in the title, James. What are we at? 5? No, we're 4. 5 is Office Christmas Party.
I almost included that one.
Fat Man's his number 2.
Okay.
Number 4, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale.
That one came up on my list, and I was reading the synopsis. And I'm like, that sounds a little interesting.
Never heard of that one.
I hadn't either until I came up on this list.
What do you got for number 4, Jason?
Number 4, classic 1984. Those little furry things that if you feed them after midnight, they become the slimy green things that cause trouble.
You mean my number 2?
That's your number 2?
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yes.
Which, please let it be true that they're finally going back to it. That rumor was floating around about a month or so ago.
I've heard it too, and I want it, but I don't.
Not a remake. This was what the rumors I heard was it would be a continuation.
Right. A lot of properties are doing that, and it's either amazing or it fails horribly. And I would hate for Gremlins to fail horribly.
I'm trying to be optimistic about this one.
I was optimistic.
I'm always leery when it comes to any of that stuff. I am always leery, and I'm willing to be optimistic on this one for now. I really want it to happen.
Like I said, so do I. But Dark Fate happened. Okay, so things happen.
Sure.
Regardless. So that's what I mean. If I'd have known Dark Fate was going to happen, I would have told them don't do it. And that's kind of the spot I'm in right now with Gremlins. It's
okay.
Like, if there's any chance it's going to suck, just pull the plug.
I want to have faith. Now, The Matrix, I have no interest in actually watching that movie.
I don't know if I do or not there either. That's another one because I love Matrix. The first one?
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
I
love that first one. The second one.
Second and third were...
I really dislike 3. Like I didn't mind so much how the story ended per se. I thought the CGI, particularly the final fight between Neo and Smith, it looked horrible. Yeah. Now on the other side, with the effects of the invasion of Zion, with the swarm and the power armors, that was amazing.
It had some cool moments. I will give it that. But when you look at that general picture for 3, it's like, oh, you should have stopped at 2, which technically you should have stopped at 1.
Well, I saw a meme. I don't even think it was a meme. It was just somebody posted it and then somebody screenshotted their post saying that the person who originally posted this was making a trans joke, not even a joke, a really bad comment because Lana Wachowski is transgender.
Okay.
And this person made a joke that, well, if she just would have been on a red nose, she'd finish her transformation or whatever, saying the whole movie was a clown show. Essentially is what they're trying to say. But when I look down a little bit further in the comments of this screenshot or whatever, this person's a religious nut. So I can't take that opinion at all, period.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
I've heard nothing for early reviews on it or whatever, but I just not interested. Like I see the trailers. They showed the trailer in front of Spider-Man, and I'm not going to rush out to the theater for it.
Neither am I. And honestly, what it did it for me was an interview with Keanu.
Oh, really?
He was on Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
And they were talking about stuff, and he goes, so they approached you about this 4th one. And he went, yeah, I got the call. And Stephen's like, but you're dead. And he goes, yeah, that was a problem. And it's like, yeah, if you look at the end of it, everything. So no, when you try and retcon stuff so that you're a living again, you get Highlander 2. Okay. No.
So if they're retconning, screw them. If I start watching that movie, even if I'm watching it at home and I didn't pay a dime for it, I want my money back.
Yep.
If they retcon that he did not die. Now, if it's a case of his consciousness is in the Matrix because that's part of his power, and then they clone him a new body, I can kind of get behind that because that at least makes some technological sense for that world.
Yeah, I don't know. He was supposedly in control of everything. So.
True. So yeah, what happened that he's not in control? I'm willing to, when I do watch it, I'm going to keep my mind open for about 15 to 20 minutes. And if I don't get enough answers that work for me in that time, I may not finish the movie.
I will promise to try and do the same. That much I can do.
Just don't need to go back there. I don't need any more of that one.
Yeah. No, I am so with you on that one.
So what's your number 4?
My number 4, another one of those classic favorites. You sit around by the fire, eat your gingerbread, and watch two grown men pound the shit out of each other, especially in Russia. Rocky 4.
God damn it. How did I forget Rocky 4? It never came up on any lists, but I know it's at fucking Christmas.
I couldn't find it on a list either, but I just remember Paulie got that robot for Christmas.
God damn it. That makes me angry.
Yep.
Yeah, happens every week, right?
That's the beauty of these lists.
God damn it.
See, that's fun. And I do admit that Rocky, other than that moment, nothing else is Christmassy. Like you might even see a tree in the back of the house at one point, but that's it.
Actually the final match takes place on Christmas Day, does it not?
Oh, it does so. That's
it
right.
It is Christmas Day.
Because he's flying over there for Christmas. Yeah. That's right. Forgot about that part of it too.
Damn it. I'm so angry at myself. Again. I forgot a key one that would have definitely been, well, it probably would have shuffled. I probably would have had that in my top 3.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would have shuffled 3 down. Oh, In Bruges would have fell off.
And see, that's what I would have been with Fat Man. I would have shuffled the top 5.
Okay.
The bottom 5 I couldn't touch. So, okay, what's James got for number 3? Something called The Night Before.
Oh, did you do his 4?
Yep.
That was Rare Exports?
Rare Exports,
okay.
Yeah.
Something called what?
The Night Before. Isn't that the one with Seth Rogen?
Yes. Yes, Seth Rogen, and they end up doing Molly or something and having a weird Christmas Eve, like, where they're running around New York City or something.
I have not seen that.
I think I watched it once.
Oh, it's that good, is it?
I think I watched it once. I think.
Okay.
You know, some of those movies for Seth Rogen kind of blend together at times, right?
Well, yeah, that's true too. That is so true. But what do you got for number 3?
My number 3 is the namesake for this list. It is the Die Hard. Come on. 88's Die Hard. I had to include it in the list. It's a classic.
Shame you like I'm going to shame James because you're putting Christmas movies on here. That's what I'm going to do.
This whole list is Christmas movies. What are you talking about? They're just the weird ones. But it's Die Hard. Come on.
Exactly. And
there's nothing more that needs to be said.
That's the litmus test to tell people about the list that we're making. You know, Die Hard. Oh, the Christmas movie that isn't. Yes, that is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. James went a slightly different direction. Whatever.
And see, mine is just like that. Takes place at Christmas. Got Bruce Willis in it.
Oh.
Yes. But this one's from 95. Die Hard's what, 88?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is 7 years later. But
95.
Yet, 7 years later, but yet in the future.
Fifth Element's not a Christmas movie.
No, it's not. That's why it's not on my list.
Okay. In the future with Bruce Willis.
And Brad Pitt.
Oh, 12 Monkeys.
Madeline Stowe. That's the one. 12 Monkeys.
Again, that never came up on any of my lists, and that's not one I go back to. So I didn't think I would not have even thought of it.
Oh, yes.
But I can see why people do love that movie. I really do.
Brad Pitt is.
And maybe I need to revisit it. Maybe if I revisit it, maybe my appreciation will grow, but it just never stuck with me.
That is one of the best roles for Brad Pitt in that film.
That's what everybody says. And
yeah,
I don't doubt that because it's one of his more crazy and manic kind of characters. But I don't know. That's not the Brad Pitt I like.
True. I wouldn't hang out with him. That's for sure.
Oh, well, hanging out with him is something else. But I don't know. I think my favorite role for Brad Pitt, honestly, is his character in the Ocean's movies.
See, those are good. But if I'm going to fall back on a Brad Pitt character, it's Legends of the Fall.
Oh,
That
well, that's him getting deep into his acting chops and all, and that's a big dramatic piece. And
yeah, and it's epic in scale too, you know, because it takes place young to old and in between.
it's
And
been way too long for me on that one.
I still
Like
love
that's
that.
when it first came out, and never gone back.
Or Meet Joe Black. I like that one too.
I don't think I ever actually watched it.
Oh, it's so much fun.
You know, I went in, watched the Star Wars trailer, and left, just like everybody else.
Yep.
Actually, I did not do that.
Death Needs a Body.
That's
And-
it. Always like sounded interesting. It never went on my screen. Never.
Actually, come to think of it, that's him working with Anthony Hopkins again. Because Anthony Hopkins plays the father in that, doesn't he?
In
Joe Black, Meet Joe Black.
I don't know.
I am very
And
curious.
What
now.
was Anthony Hopkins in Legends of the Fall?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he was the father there.
Was Redford in Legends of the Fall?
No.
See, I think in my brain, I get Legends of the Fall mixed up with A River Runs Through It.
Interesting combination.
I'm not sure why. I don't know if they came out in close proximity to each other or what, but my brain kind of meshes them together a little bit. And I never watched either one of them. So, or
Maybe
if I did,
that's
I
why.
watched them when they first came out.
See, that's probably
And-
why. If you watch Legends of the Fall, you will never confuse it with anything else.
Okay.
And yeah, it was Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
But Anthony Hopkins plays the father in Legends of the Fall.
Okay.
That cast, Legends of, there we go. Just to go through: Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, Aidan Quinn, Julia Ormond, Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas,
Yep.
as in John Boy, or like
E.T.
E.T.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Your computer
Uh-oh.
fried again, didn't it?
Yep.
I can't trust you with a laptop. That's what's coming. Because I changed laptops for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I haven't even touched the damn thing since we started.
I think it needs to, be burnt. But other than that,
It had a good run,
it did.
but I'm still on. Am I still on camera? No,
No.
I'm frozen. Okay.
There's a frozen picture of you staring sideways into the microphone.
Okay, but they can still hear me.
Oh,
That's what's
absolutely.
most important.
Crystal clear.
Well, we already know the rest of my list. So
And mine too, actually.
Oh.
You're Iron Man 3. James is Fat Man. And mine's is Gremlins.
Okay,
And then number 1. Oh, and you just
I
dropped.
just dropped out.
Jason's Trading Places.
Yep.
James is Krampus.
I have not watched that, and everybody tells me I need to.
I watched it 2 days ago, and I actually needed it because I remember I have to be done at a certain point.
Yeah.
I got to help Mitch and Stefan on their show because their
Right,
co-host
and
is
you're
gone.
doing Krampus.
We're doing Krampus. And so they forced me to watch it. It was okay.
Now, is that Drag Mitch to Hell?
Yep.
Okay. Xander just watched Drag Me to Hell for the first time
Oh, yeah?
yesterday. He hated it.
I've never
Well,
seen it.
I don't know about hated it, but he's like, it's so bad.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I was going to watch it one day and saw all these negatives. It's like, I'm going to watch something different right now. And I never got back to it.
I remember watching it, I think, when it first came out, and I enjoyed it for what it was because it gets really campy. It's Sam Raimi and all, but I've never gone back. And Xander watched it because he's on a huge horror kick right now. He's watching a crap ton of horror movies. So he watched that one, and yeah, he's like, this is so bad.
Really?
Although his favorite line in the whole movie is, get your damn pig knuckle off my desk.
When would that ever come up in conversation?
Somebody said it in that movie in Drag Me to Hell. Somebody says, get your damn pig knuckle off my desk. And for some reason, that's the line that stuck with Xander the most because he kept saying it over and over last night.
I got to watch this. Okay.
But Krampus, how was it?
Not bad.
Yeah.
I was picking it apart until I got to the very end, and it kind of rounds itself out.
Okay.
The biggest problem that I had kind of disappears a bit. But I honestly think they shouldn't have pulled on that folklore and just made something up and it would have been a lot better because they could have done a bit more, I think.
Okay.
But it's neat because this one kid, it's like the Home Alone beginning.
Okay.
Family coming over that nobody likes, and everybody's fighting with everybody, and the kid says, "That's it, no more Christmas. I hate Christmas." Takes his letter to Santa, chucks it out the door, and it rolls into this thing, and then this cloud gets dark, and then suddenly this whole suburb is hit by a blizzard, right? And everybody just starts getting whacked.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, it kind of rounds out at the end-ish.
Okay.
Enough that I went, maybe. But still, if one kid can fuck up Christmas that bad, is this such a good thing to have?
See, I remember when it first came out, I was like shocked because less than a year prior, I think my timing could be a little off. Kevin Smith had talked about making a Krampus movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. On one of his podcasts, he had talked about the Krampus legend and whatnot. And I think he was going to get the Tell 'em Steve Dave guys involved because they're the ones that were talking about it. And he was with them on their podcast or whatever. And that one came out, and I'm like, I guess his isn't happening now.
Well, no, this one came out and destroyed the name of Krampus.
I don't know about destroyed. A lot of people seem to like that movie.
What did it
Keep getting told by a lot of people that I should watch it.
6.2. Like I said, it's not bad. And the end is cool. It's a very ambiguous ending. So you make your own conclusion, which I think is kind of neat. I like those kind of endings. So it's not that bad. Like, would I watch it again? Maybe. And if I did, it would only be for Conchita Farrell.
I don't know her.
Did you ever watch 2.5 Men?
A tiny bit.
The housekeeper?
The housekeeper. The big lady, Bertha?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. She's Bertha in this movie.
Okay. Oh, that's she gets kind of typecast that way.
Yeah.
I think after 2.5 Men, because I know she popped up in a few other things wherein she's playing the kind of the same sassy character.
Yeah. So literally I would definitely watch it again for that. And a couple of the moments. But
okay.
I don't think generally I would say let's watch this.
I might try to watch it this week. I've got a few of my key Christmas movies I need to watch this week, and I'm off after Wednesday, so I'll have a few days.
There you go. See, it's worth it for something like that. Like the two leads are Adam Scott and Toni Collette.
Okay.
Okay. But it also has this guy in it, David Koechner.
David Koechner?
Koechner, is that how you say his last name?
Guy is like a Ron Burgundy.
Yes.
Anchorman. Yeah, David Koechner.
Yes, there we go.
I like him. Now, what kind of role is it for him?
He's a manly man, gun-toting guy.
But is he silly and goofy?
Just peppered in.
Okay.
Right? It's somewhat dramatic.
But when he goes serious, like he did a movie, Cheap Thrills, a few years back. It was a dark comedy where he basically gets into a game of like truth or dare with a guy, and he keeps offering this guy, well, gives him more money, do this, and it gets dark, and to the point where I think he gets to the point where he wants him to kill somebody for a mega amount of money, and this guy's desperate for money.
Okay.
And it's Koechner in this way, and it's like he does not do anything silly at all in this movie, and it works. Like,
yeah, I would liken that to this.
Okay.
He's got his couple little lines, but other than that, like he plays it very, very serious.
He's the comedy guy first because that was just what brought him to the table. He hooked up with Will Ferrell and did a bunch of stuff with him, popped up in a bunch of his stuff and other comedies. So again, it's just like any other comedy actor. When you start seeing him do more serious and drama and whatnot, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
If they're not good, they're dead. Yeah,
pretty much. There's a group I'm on Facebook all about Gen X, like Gen X introverts or whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody posted, what's the weirdest miscasting you can remember from any film? And I just put in all caps, the weirdest casting I ever saw, John Lovitz as a badass dirty cop in the movie Southland Tales.
Yeah,
I know you've got to remember my rant about Southland Tales.
I vividly, both of them. Well, maybe even three. I think there's been a couple.
Well, put it this way: it's the movie that my friend rented, had it for like 3 weeks from Blockbuster, no late fees. I borrowed it from him, watched it, took it back to the store and wanted my money back.
Exactly. You pay me to watch that crap.
Southland Tales is a garbage movie that makes no sense. And John Lovett's being cast as a brutal, like it's supposed to be a badass, brutal cop, dirty cop. No, you cannot
Could
in
happen.
any way, shape, or form take John Lovett seriously that way.
Could happen.
No.
Yeah, no.
Now,
man.
I know we're done the list and everything. I want to mention one movie that Xander, like I said, he's watching a lot of movies. I ended up watching one with him the other day. It's not a horror. You can almost call it a dark comedy, but it's not super funny. It's dramatic, but it gets a little dark. It's called The Cleanse.
I don't think I've heard of that
It
one.
stars Johnny Galecki, Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Him, I don't know who the female lead is in it.
Anna Frail.
I don't recognize her from anything. Angelica Houston pops up later in the film in a funny, weird little role, and Oliver Platt. He's this like down and out loser dude who's trying to turn his life around, and he sees an ad for this weekend retreat for a cleanse. So he goes to the meeting. It's like an audition kind of thing where they're going to talk to him and whatnot. And he ends up getting chosen along with that girl because he's interested in her. He's intrigued by her. They drink this stuff, and it gets weird after that.
A heartbroken man attends a spiritual retreat to cleanse himself and fix his broken life. There, he meets a fellow lost soul, and together they discover that the cleanse releases more than everyday toxins, a lot more.
Yes, it is that. But that makes it sound all dark and sinister, but the movie isn't.
No?
No, it gets a little bit, and it's heavily implied that the potential for it to go a lot worse is there, but they never get there with it.
Interesting.
And I don't want to say anymore because I'll spoil it, but I will say, give it a good, honest watch. If you're interested in something really weird.
Okay.
And not in a bad way. Like it's weird and but really well done. And there's practical effects. That is key. The effects you see for the most part in this film are all practical, and it is very well done.
Okay.
I wanted to share that one. So since I can't talk about Spider-Man.
Anna Frail. She was also in Limitless with Bradley Cooper.
I don't think I ever watched that one. That's where he takes the pill and
Yeah.
I don't think I ever watched it.
Land of the Lost.
I blocked
She was
that movie
Holly.
out. I blocked that movie out.
I've never seen it yet.
I watched it when it first came out. It was one of those Will Ferrell movies that just didn't stick with me.
Well, that's with Will.
It's Will Ferrell and Danny McBride too. So
you love it or hate it. There's no middle of the ground with Will Ferrell.
Kind of, sort of. I have found that some that I did not like have grown on me over the years, like Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I didn't like it at first. It grew on me. I have not revisited Step Brothers though. So, and Land of the Lost, I won't revisit. I have no interest whatsoever.
Yeah, I should bite the bullet and just watch it one day. Nah.
I prefer Will Ferrell's Land of the Lost reference for his character in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yes. Marshall Willenholly.
Yes.
I love that. All right.
Oh.
Well, in that case, for another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes. Happy holidays.
Since we won't see you before, Merry Christmas. I may be questionable for next week, so I'm going to just throw out Happy New Year as well. Just
Exactly.
In case. I might be here. I might not. I don't know yet.
I think we should come back after the new year
wanna just-
with our best films of 21.
Okay. All right. We'll just take the week off.
Yep.
All right. So we'll see you next year.
Yes.
This guy is fucking stupid.
What did I do?
I hit the wrong button. It's right
Okay.
above.
Shut up!